So today I want to talk about what used to be like my top favorite YouTuber, Shane Dawson. I'm assuming most people know who that is. I discovered his channel years ago. The first thing I enjoyed watching were his conspiracy videos and his creepy videos and that kind of thing. And then, you know, being like really interested in his personality and all this kind of stuff. Then I started like looking at his old videos, like when he was making music videos, and like, I don't know, I didn't really watch his skits that much, like with Shane and all that stuff. I have seen some of them, but I didn't go back that far. But I was like watching his old stuff, and then, you know, through binge watching, like how we all like to do, I ended up basically getting caught up, and then just watching his shit. And I've been watching him for like 3 or 4 years now, something like that. It's been a while. But when he blew up, you know, a couple years ago, where he's making like these really long, several part docu-series, is when I started to kind of lose interest. And it was because, I don't know, I just enjoyed his, I know, you know, based on what he said, that like, he did not enjoy his videos. He wasn't proud of them when he was like doing like the eating videos and the girl product videos and just silly shit like that, you know. But I actually really liked those because I really enjoyed his brand of humor. I liked how outrageous he was, and how sometimes he could seem super sweet and sincere, and other times he would say like some bizarre off the wall shit and still get away with it because of who he is. Now, I don't like that about him. Now I'm kind of over this shit because, you know, this last docuseries he did with Jeffree Star, and I used to really like Jeffree Star as well. But he did this docuseries with Jeffree Star about his makeup palette, and I was one of those people who was trying to get, you know, a palette, and I was trying to get the Shane Dawson lip gloss. But, you know, most people weren't able to get through and get what they wanted. I was one of those. I wasn't able to get anything. It sold out. But then when he just completely dropped off and didn't give a fuck about makeup anymore once he made all that money, I thought, well, fuck. I mean, not that I give a fuck if he does a makeup video, but the fact that he acted so much like he was like he loved makeup, and like he's playing around with it, and he made a whole room in his house dedicated to makeup, and like he's going to try all these looks. The fact that he promoted that and made it seem like that was something he was really going to do, and then as soon as he made his millions, he didn't give a fuck about makeup anymore. That level of dishonesty I didn't like. Like I said, I could give a fuck less if he makes makeup videos. I'd rather him go back to being funny and just making silly videos, right? Instead of taking himself so fucking seriously. But what I've noticed is, over the years, he's changed, you know, first he had Shane Dawson TV, that channel, and then he switched over to the Shane channel, and now he's switched over to the Shane Dawson channel. It's like every time he has these big changes, he creates a new channel and doesn't want to post on his old channel anymore. And I feel like it's almost his way of distancing himself from who he was pretending to be, so now he can pretend to be somebody else. The more that I look back at his old videos, and the more that I see how he has become, I don't think we've once seen the real Shane, truly. Even in his early videos, he's made fun of himself for this in videos. Like, I can't believe I used that voice. Now, I can understand that, like, being in the closet and pretending to be straight and not being your authentic self, that it does not come from a malicious or manipulative place. That comes from a place of fear and fear of rejection and things like that. So I don't necessarily mean that, but it does play into the fact that I don't think he's ever been his authentic self on camera. It's like he's always putting on a show, which of course you're going to be an exaggerated version of yourself on camera. I'm not, though, so I mean, maybe then that's bullshit then, when they're like, well, you're always going to be like a bigger, better, more exciting version of yourself. Maybe once you get to a certain level of popularity, I don't know. People who don't think they're interesting enough just being themselves, maybe it's a self-esteem, confidence issue. I just am like over the Shane Dawson thing, which sucks because I really enjoyed his content for years. You know, when he hadn't posted in a while, I would go back and watch his old stuff just so I could watch something with him in it. And I really liked his Spooky Boys videos. I really liked his conspiracy videos. I liked where he was just sitting there in his kitchen, like, talking one-on-one with the camera. I really liked when he made milkshakes. Like, it's silly shit, but I actually found them funny. But now looking back, that was him putting on a show, because he has admitted that he was in a dark place when he made those videos. You would have never known. So I don't think we've ever seen the real him. And now with, you know, being in the beauty community or whatever, like, all those people always get into drama. There's always some bullshit going on with them. And he got involved in it, and his, you know, Jeffree Star seems to be a really messy kind of guy, or he's always into some bullshit. And I think, and you know, and all of Shane's friends, not all of them, a lot of Shane's close public friendships are with incredibly problematic people, like Trisha Paytas. Fucking problematic. I don't care for her at all. I think she can be smart, and I sometimes actually enjoy when she trolls, but there are some times where she crosses the line, and there are some times where she's not trolling, she's just a troll. And I don't really like that about her. And then Tana Mojo, that whole thing, he just has problematic ass friends. And then Jeffree Star, who's always got beef with somebody, who ends up not being friends with every single person he's ever been friends with, who, I see Jeffree Star as like the mean girl, you know, the Regina George of YouTube. I really feel like that is kind of how he is. And I feel like Shane pretends to be super innocent and super sweet and so caring and so empathetic and blah, blah, blah. But if you look back at his old content, he was edgy as fuck. He made fun of everybody. He made fun of gay people, black people. It didn't matter. He came for everybody with his humor, very unapologetically, to the point where he got in trouble for doing blackface. And, you know, he is being called out. Remember when they said that, like, obviously he's not, but that he was like a pedophile because he made these really fucked up jokes about watching like baby porn or something? He has always been a problematic guy when it comes to, you know, people not understanding his jokes or him being too edgy. And now all of a sudden he's this sweet, innocent guy. I just don't think we've seen the authentic Shane. And I know you can be successful and be your genuine self on YouTube, because, perfect example, Jenna Marbles and Julian Solomita. Favorite YouTubers of all time for me. You have never once seen them be somebody that they're actually not. They've never been problematic. And even though you don't get to see their whole life, I wouldn't want to, that's weird, but I feel like what I see is a true representation of what they are like in real life. They're genuinely kind to animals. They love all, you know, living beings. They're kind to people. They're inclusive. Just not problematic. And I feel like, you know, and I feel like they genuinely appreciate their audience. But with Shane, I feel like he's just gotten to the point where he thinks he's untouchable. I think money and fame does something to people, to most people. And nobody thought Shane would change. He's so relatable because he doesn't take showers and he doesn't brush his teeth. But, I'm about to run out of time on here. But, you know, he's not relatable. He lives in a fucking mansion. He gets whatever he wants whenever he wants it. And I don't know. Not that I hate on success, but it's just like, I don't know. If people want a makeup video, just, I don't know, make one just to keep your audience happy since they spent their hard-earned money on your palette. I don't know. I'm over the whole Shane thing. But I'm running out of time. I gotta go. Just remember that there's always hope tomorrow will be a better day.